Eid with my family and friends. Maryam loved to celebrate Eid more than anything else in the world. She dreamed and planned the perfect Eid weeks before there was even a mention of it. She was busy planning all the wonderful things she wanted to do that day. One of her favorite things about Eid was buying gifts for everyone. Maryam would sit in her room for a long time making a list of all the toys she wanted to get for her friends. Mommy always says Eid is about giving and sharing, she thought to herself. On Saturday morning, her family sat down for a homemade breakfast with pancakes and strawberries and chocolate spreads. As soon as they were done, Maryam rushed upstairs to her room to get ready before her mother could even say, "Let's get ready to go to the store now, sweetie." They drove to the big toy store. Maryam went through the aisles, getting the right toy for each of her friends. She had a checklist that she had made the night before. List of toys for my friends: Aisha, American Doll Set; Abigail, Disney Princess; Emily, Science Kit; Iman, Elsa and Anna; Layla, Unicorn Toys; Mary, Horse and Stable Set, and so on and so forth. Once they were done with the toy store, they headed to the department store, where Maryam wanted to get her favorite Eid dress, and her mother wanted to get Eid clothes for Maryam's brothers too. They first stopped at the coffee shop, where Mom had her favorite latte, and Maryam got a blueberry muffin. She shared it with her mom. Maryam looked through the bags and she checked her list one more time. Mom reminded her, "Did you say thank you to Allah for all these gifts, Maryam?" Maryam happily said, "Thank you, Allah, for everything you gave us." Her mom was so proud of her. After they were done with their coffee, they headed to one more store where Maryam tried two beautiful dresses, a pink one and a yellow one. She wanted to get both. "Can we get both dresses, please, Mommy?" She didn't have to persuade her mom too hard. "Yes, princess, you can have both," Mom said to Maryam as she was looking into those beautiful brown eyes. Maryam rushed towards her mother and gave her the biggest hug. "Thank you, Mommy, you're the best." They also went to the boys section to get new clothes for her brothers. After they got everything they needed, they headed home. Maryam was full of excitement. As soon as they reached home, she ran upstairs to her room and put on her dress, twirled around the house with a tiara on her head. Maryam chanted, "I love Eid, Eid is the best," again and again. Her brothers were yelling at her to stop, but she was busy enjoying herself. While singing, that night, while everyone was asleep, Maryam's mom wrapped up all the gifts and put them in the big wooden treasure box, ready for the big treasure hunt game. The children loved the treasure hunt games. It was early Sunday morning. Maryam woke up super early. She knew that it was decoration day. Maryam loved helping her mother and her brothers decorate the house. Her brothers blow up the balloons and they put stars and crescent around the walls. And they also put a big sign that said Eid Mubarak. All these decorations made Maryam even more excited. Each day Maryam would ask her mom, "How many more days till Eid, Mom?" And her mother replied, "Only 5 more days to go, sweetie." And that made her even count the days even more. That day, Maryam had a play date with her friend. Her friend Mary came over and she saw all those decorations. She asked Maryam, "Are you having a special day?" Maryam replied, "Yes, It's Eid next weekend, so we are decorating the house. And Mary asked, is it like Christmas? Maryam replied, no, it's not like Christmas, but my mom told me that it has something to do with our prophet Abraham and his son Ishmael a long time ago. Maryam tried to explain the best way she could. Mary replied, that is so cool. I like the fact that we believe in the same God and the same prophets. My mom told me that we believe in our prophet Abraham too. Maryam replied, yes, my mom told me that Muslims, Jews, and Christians all believe in the same God and they all believe in Prophet Abraham. Mary asked, is that why our names sound similar too? Maryam replied, maybe my mom told me that I was named after Maryam, who was the mother of Jesus. Mary exclaimed, what? Mary's the mother of Jesus too. You believe in Jesus? Maryam said, yes, we believe in all the prophets. We also believe in the last prophet, Muhammad, peace be upon him. Mary replied, I'll ask my mom to tell me more about your prophet. She's a teacher. She knows a lot. And both girls just giggled. Every year, millions of Muslims from around the world go to visit the Kaaba, that is in Mecca in modern-day Saudi Arabia. And to mark the day that God asked Abraham to sacrifice his son, and Abraham obeyed his Lord and tried to sacrifice his son. Soon an angel appeared with a ram, and the angel told Abraham that God is pleased with him and that he wanted him to sacrifice the ram instead. Performing Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam. All Muslims have to perform Hajj once in their lifetime, but only if they have the financial means to do it, and also the physical means if they're healthy. Hajj is once in a lifetime obligation and a sacrifice that we make for our Creator. If we cannot go for Hajj, then we can sacrifice a sheep or a goat or a lamb, just like Prophet Abraham tried to do. And we can share it with our family and friends. The next day was Eid, and Maryam and her family went to the mosque. They had a shower in the morning, and they prayed the Fajr prayer. Then they headed to the mosque. And when they went to the mosque, they sat down and they prayed with everyone, and they also listened to the sermon. And once the prayer was finished and the Imam finished the sermon, everybody got up and they said Eid Mubarak to each other, and Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak, and everyone was so happy to mark the day that was the beginning of Eid day. And when they were done, Maryam and her family headed to the farm. Maryam loved going to the farm and playing with the sheep and the animals. So they chose once they found the right animal for their sacrifice, they spoke to the farmer and to send it to the slaughterhouse. When they were done, it was time to go, but Maryam was sad. She wanted to play with the animals some more. She couldn't get enough of playing with the animals. But they had to go home. Once they headed home, everybody came to celebrate Eid. Layla with her family, Aisha and her family, and Mary came with her mom, and they all had such fun playing and just throwing the balloons. And her mother arranged all the yummy food on the table. And she made sure that everybody can choose whatever they wanted. They had the rice and the lamb, they had the burgers, the samosas. She even put some hot dogs. And once they ate, it was time to give the presents. It was Maryam's favorite part of the day. She gave all the presents, the right ones, to everyone. And they all said, thank you, Maryam. And then Maryam gave her mother a big hug and said, "Thank you, Mommy, for the best Eid day ever." She was so happy. The end.